The Last Emperor of China, Puyi in prison. China, 1950s. Raquel Welch puts out Ringo Starr's cigarette with a riding crop. 1969. Goats riding a ram. Young Chinese mourn the early death of Mao Zedong, China, September 9, 1976. (1910) Skeleton perched at a desk, appearing to study the biology textbook in front of it. A French woman stands with the French tricolour as a sign of respect for the liberators. Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, August 26, 1944. Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze on the set of Point Break, 1990. B-24H Liberator of the 783rd BS, 465th BG, United States 15th AF, explodes in mid-air over Germany in 1944 after being hit by flak. Korean swing, early 20th century. Norma Jean Dougherty, later known to the world as Marilyn Monroe, practices shooting. Private Richie sniffs a letter sent by his girlfriend in Oklahoma and saturated with the scent of her perfume. Vietnam, 1966. Models in swimsuits, poveri ma belli 1957. Dental training at the University of Philadelphia, 1904. A trench digger, France, 1916. A young John Kennedy after graduating from Harvard University in Cambridge, 1940. Robotess, Monte Carlo, 1995. Victorian lady with very long hair, circa 1880. Ballerina Tamara Tumanova and actor Danny Kaye, California, 1945. Fred McAlpine left, one of the men who helped spread the Salk polio vaccine through Arizona, looking over the soapbox derby car he sponsored inside his pharmacy, Phoenix, Arizona, 1947. A mobile secretary in a Cadillac with a desk, typewriter and telephone, 1950s. High-flying daredevil demonstrating proper plane-flying protocol. A race of almost ancient chariots, a pastime for Wehrmacht soldiers during their rest periods on the Eastern Front. A British tourist arrives in Sudan, Africa, 1936. Canadian infantrymen aboard a Mark IV heavy tank of the British Regiment, 1918 France. A show car created in 1978 by Ed Newton for Roach, Inc. Beach bar in Senigallia, Italy, 1957. Halle Berry, Miss Ohio, shortly before she won first place in the Miss USA pageant in 1986. Transporting the shark from Jaws to the science of film and television, the Magic Exhibit in Boston, 1988. Training at the Police Academy. A delegation of Otto, Missouri Indians negotiating peace with the United States government, 1881. Soapbox racing, 1960s. Angelina Jolie with her father and brother, 1988, United States. Marilyn Monroe signing an autograph for a fan behind the set of Monkey Business, 1952. ABBA celebrates Christmas, 1972. Two women wearing what I will affectionately refer to as just a bunch of crap on our heads' hats. A puppeteer with props in a London cab, December 1927. In the Gym, 1940, USSR. Competition for the most beautiful cat, Paris 4th French Republic, 1946. Bathing machines of the early 20th century. The Beatles with a Snowman, 1964. A boy grabs mail with his teeth. Red Square is being transformed on the eve of a grandiose event, the coronation of the new Emperor of Russia. May 1896. An accident at the airfield. An Il-2 attack aircraft crashed into a technical vehicle mounted on a Gaz-A truck. Miranda Barber is a 19-year-old Pennsylvania serial killer convicted of 22 murders. Fox News reported that Ms. Barber was inspired by the game Dark Souls. Photo of Saturn taken by Voyager 1 in 1980. A robot in the Young Technicians Pavilion at VDNKH, Moscow, 1969. An amazing device for producing fresh worms for fishing, an indispensable item for fishermen, 1939. Reading of the Manifesto on the Abolition of Serfdom to Peasants in a Noble Estate, Russian Empire, Spring, 1861. Extremely focused nun, Sister Mary Ellen, about to bowl a strike. Coronation of Emperor Nicholas II of the Russian Empire, 1896. Tom Hanks in Beaufort, South Carolina, September 11th, 1993. Mary Dunning Chapman was standing outside the United Methodist Church in Beaufort, about to walk down the aisle, when Tom Hanks runs up and says he wanted to wish her good luck. Residents tried to navigate a narrow road during winter in Idaho, 1952. Captain Stuart Campbell Centre raises the Australian flag over Heard Island in the Southern Ocean on December 26, 1947. Snowman, 1924. Fashion and Surrealism, opening at the Fashion Institute of Technology in 1987. Alms to the Poor, circa 1870. Everyone here had a story. One would become President John F. Kennedy in 1942. A soldier drinks with a horse. A false artillery position created by the Germans during the defense of Qingdao, China, 1914. A pig ruined a wedding photo, 1927, but it made everyone laugh and turned out to be a wonderful photo. Lightning strike on the Space Shuttle, Challenger 1983. Wealthy family, 1910s, Monrovia, Liberia. France, circa 1910. AIDS activists at Grand Central Station with a banner reading "One AIDS death every 8 minutes", New York City, 1991. Bruce Lee first appeared as a baby in the 1941 film Golden Gate Girl. (1925) earthquake in Japan. (17-year-old Marlene Dietrich, 1918). Claudia Schiffer and David Copperfield at the opening of Space Mountain at Disneyland Paris, 1995. Snowman in the Shape of a Head, Boston, 1935. Mother and Child, Pennsylvania, in the late 1800s. Designer Minoru Yamasaki and a group of architects in front of a model of the World Trade Center, 1964. Pennsylvania Railroad 6446, number 6100 on display at the New York World's Fair, 1939. Demonstration of a new police device designed to apprehend fleeing offenders, London, 1969. Ancient Egyptian-style beachwear, 1956. Cindy Crawford and Helena Christensen by the pool in Saint-Tropez, photographed by Helmut Newton, 1991. Three legends of the American Wild West. Wild Bill Hickok seated left, Texas Jack Omohundro standing center, and Buffalo Bill Cody seated right. Mil Oct Hundra Shutio Trey. Kiss and gas masks, World War II, Great Britain, 1940. A man shakes hands in a clothing store. Surrealist, Paris, 1960. Clint Eastwood with his son Kyle. Eastwood on the set of Dirty Harry, 1972. A girl kisses an Australian soldier returning home from the European fronts of World War I. Sydney, 1919. Shocked spectators in Jersey City watch as Tower 2 crumbles on September 11, 2001. Jane Mansfield with her husband, Mickey Hargitay, and their daughter Mariska in 1964. A subway carries passengers between the Capitol and the Senate Office Building, United States, 1915. French punk culture of the 1980s. Istanbul pogrom of 1955. Spectators with binoculars at an Elvis Presley concert in 1970, Oklahoma City. Model Betty Bjurstrom enjoys a photo shoot in Paris, 1949. Mannequin from the 1920s. The Fox and the Goose. Donald Trump with his daughter Ivanka during the United States Open tennis tournament in New York, September 7th, 1994. German observation airship from World War I, 1915. The cleaning lady joined the dance classes. Dutchman straddling a model village. Moscow, McDonald's restaurant interior, 1996. Leonard Nimoy as Spock on the set of Star Trek, 1960s. Jerusalem in Snowdrifts, 1921. Juggler J.T. Doyle performing a routine circa 1902. Teenagers fishing in war-torn Berlin, 1947. MLK being attacked while marching for the Chicago Freedom Movement in 1966. A Vietnamese MiG-17 hit by 20mm cannons from an American F-105. June 5, 1967. On Red Square during the Easter holidays, Moscow, RSFSR, May 5, 1918. Van Damme with his wife Darcy Lapierre, 1990s. Members of the Klan do initiation for 50 new members in Georgia Avenue and Rittenhouse Street Northwest, 16 of September 1922. A special sniffer checks the quality and purity of the barrels. They will later be filled with the legendary Guinness beer. Women's mink hats and sunglasses, Sistina, 1968. Taxo Taxi, 1930. The first known picture of the Pantheon in Rome, mid-19th century. A penguin stands to attention next to a British soldier during the Falklands War, 1982. Archaeologists assemble a dinosaur leg, 1916. When the Victorians finally smiled, a rare photo that destroys the stereotype of 19th century Englishmen. A squirrel drinks water from a leaky faucet. Florida, United States. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill stops to pet a cat at Liverpool Street Station, London, May 24, 1952. One of the first precursors to the ATM, this truck was called the Roving Bank Teller and made occasional stops around Los Angeles. Inside was a bank teller. California, 1929. Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung relax with friends after a bath, 1907. Serbian hello to NATO aviation, 1990s. Romanian dictator Ceausescu and his wife attempt to escape by helicopter during the Romanian Revolution, 1989. Placement of the Golden Record containing data on humanity on the Voyager 1 spacecraft. Jet Propulsion Laboratory, Pasadena, California, United States, July 29, 1977. The 1918 Spanish flu pandemic was the deadliest in history. Gay rights demonstration in Albany in 1971. United States First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt greets a Maori woman in the Maori Manor 1940. The demolition of the Felix Dzerzhinsky Monument on Lubyanka Square in Moscow on August 22, 1991. An American tank demolishes a Serbian barricade near Dubrava, Bosnia and Herzegovina. The tank is from the 16th Engineer Battalion, 130th Brigade stationed in Germany on January 10, 1996. Babe Ruth himself swinging a bat dressed as an admiral for some reason.